Hello, welcome to my channel today. This is the King's Tutor. Okay, if you're just joining us, kindly subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share. Okay, so today we want to look at the methods of preparing bank reconciliation statement. In our last video, we saw the introduction part of our bank reconciliation statement. Okay, what is bank reconciliation, bank statement, and cash book, and the reasons for difference between the cash book and the bank statement. Now, I want to see the different methods of preparing bank reconciliation method. Okay, basically we have two methods. Now, the first one, as it's written here, preparation of only the bank reconciliation statement. The second one is adjustment of the cash book (II) and also preparation of the bank reconciliation statement using the adjusted cash book balance. Okay, so these are two methods of solving bank reconciliation method. Now let's see them one after the other. Now let's see the first one, preparation of only bank reconciliation statement. Now in this method, we're going to see the format for using when we are starting with the cash book or the bank statement. Now whenever you are giving questions relating to bank reconciliation statement, you'll be giving the balance of the cash book and also the balance of the bank statement. Now, with the following reasons why there is discrepancy. Okay, the question can come like the cash book of Mr. Ojo showed this amount, while his bank statement showed another amount. Now, I said upon investigation, the following reasons were found. Okay, so depending on which you want to start with the cash book or the bank statement. Now, we're going to see that under the preparation of only the bank reconciliation statement. Now, the first one as A, preparation of only the bank reconciliation statement. Okay, now we're going to see that using when we are starting with the cash book and also when we are starting with the bank statement. Now, it will not be format of bank reconciliation starting with cash book. Okay, so we'll just start balance as per cash book. That is the balance that was given in okay. So value here. And the next you say add. To add is add unpresented check. Now we explain unpresented check, what it means in the previous video. Please, I encourage you to watch that. So I have add unpresented check. We also have add credit transfer. We'll explain what credit transfer means. And the next one is add dividend. Okay. And the next one is add undercasting of receipt side of the cash book. When the receipts, that the debit side of the cash book is being undercasted, we'll explain that also. And the next one is overcasting of payment side of the cash book. So these are the things we add to our cash book. So after we do that, we'll add all this and the value comes here. Okay? And the next one, you say less. So we're going to on check. Right? Another one is order. Another one is bank charges. You have a value for it. Another one is bank commission. You have a value for it. Another one is dishonored check. You have a value for it. Okay, so after you add up all this, you have a value here. Now, which you now deduct it from the balance here. So you have a value. So the amount here would not be the balance as per bank statement. Balance as per bank statement. Okay? So the balance you have here should be and must be the balance that was given in the question to show that yes, what you did was what? Correct. So this is the format when you're starting with what? The cash book. Okay? Also, if you're starting with the bank statement, we're going to see that also. I said format of a format of a bank reconciliation starting with the bank statement. Okay, so we have seen that of starting with the cash book. Okay, so starting with bank statements, so we have the balance as per bank statement. So we have a value. Now, what are we adding? Now, all these other ones that was previously reduced before, we'll add them to this. So we'll add uncredited check. We'll add standing order, bank charges, bank commission, dishonored check, so when we'll add it, we have a value here, we'll add it to the balance as per bank statement. So we'll have another value. So what are we lessing? The lesson is to less all these other ones that was previously added. Okay? So we'll have less unpresented check. We'll have a value here. Credit transfer. Have a value here. Also have dividend. Have a value here. And those other ones. So once we add them together, we deduct it from the value here. So we'll have a value. So the final answer will now be balance as per cash book. Okay? So that is the format when we are starting with the balance as per bank statement. It is just the other way around from this. If you're starting with balance as per cash book, you add on presented check, all this, and you less uncredited check. So the final answer will give you balance as per bank statement. Or if you're starting with balance as per bank statement, all these ones that was previously reduced or we less before, that is what we'll add, and we'll less all presented check, credit transfer, and we'll have balance as per what? Cash book. Now, before we go to the other method, there is something that is very important. The bank overdraft. It's what called bank overdraft. Now, bank overdraft is an allowance given to a businessman to withdraw more than what is inside his account. Now, this also refers to a situation whereby the cash book is being overdrawn in this situation. Now, when this happens, when they have bank overdraft, it means that the cash book will have a credit balance. And most times, if you're given a question relating to this, that the cash book, its normal balance is debit balance. Cash is an asset. All assets have debit balance. Okay? So cash book will have a debit balance. But when it is stated that the cash book has a credit balance, it means it is bank overdraft. When it is stated that the cash book from the question has a credit balance, it means they're talking about bank overdraft. Okay? Now, once a cash book has bank overdraft, the whole scenario in this method A will change. How will it change? This balance when you're starting with cash book, it will no longer be to add unpresented check and all this. You will not add uncredited check when it is for overdraft. You add uncredited standing order and you less all this when you are starting with the cash book. When you are starting with the bank statement, now it will not be for this. Okay, see, it will be the other way around from the normal. That is when the cash book has a credit balance, which means what? Overdraft. Now, what am I saying? In this situation now, for instance, this now, if it is overdraft, that is the cash book is showing a credit balance. Now, we will not have bank statement here. It means this format will not be, we'll write something like overdraft as per cash book. In brackets, write OD. Now this is for cash book. Overdraft as per cash book. So that the final answer now will now be balance as per bank statement. Like I said earlier, that is when the cash book have what? A credit balance. It means overdraft. Now this is the format. The other way around from the previous. The same way, if you want to start with the bank statement, now this will now change to overdraft. This will change to overdraft as per bank statement. In bracket you put OG so that it can be identified. So the final answer here will now be balance as per cash book. Okay? So this happens when it is overdraft, when the cash book has a credit balance. But when it has a debit balance, it is the previous way. But if it has a credit balance, it means bank overdraft. It is the other way. Instead of adding, when you're starting with a cash book for overdraft, instead of adding unpresented check, you now add uncredited, standing order and all this. And you less this other one to have balance as per bank statement. And instead of starting with bank statement, instead of adding uncredited check as per the normal, you will now add unpresented. That is when it is what? Overdraft. Okay? That is the first method of preparing only the bank reconciliation statement. It can be in this form, starting with the cash book and starting with bank statement. Then if it is overdraft, it is this way. Now let's see the other method, which is preparing adjustment cash book and also reconciliation using the adjusted cash book balance. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back. We were talking about the method of preparing bank reconciliation method. We've seen the first method. Now let's look at the second method. But before we do that, if you have not subscribed yet, kindly click on the subscribe button. Okay? So now the second method, we said we'll prepare adjustment cash book and preparation of the bank reconciliation using the adjusted cash book balance. Now, most times the statement might not come as adjusted cash book. They might say write the cash book up to date, okay, or update the cash book. It still means adjustment of the cash book. So what do? The second method, I will just write adjusted cash book from what was given in the question. Adjusted cash book. Now the debit side is our balance brought forward. Now note, you put at the debit side the balance brought forward if they said the debit balance or if the question is silent. But if the question indicates credit balance, it said the cash book showed the credit balance and you want to prepare using adjusted cash book, you credit the balance brought forward. Okay? So the balance brought forward. Now all the items there are items that are supposed to be added to the cash book. Okay? Like our credit transfer, our dividend, we have receipt on that card, we have payment over card, and at the credit side are items that we're supposed to less. So we have bank charges, we have bank commission, we have standing order, and here we have receipt under cash. So here will be receipt over cash. We have payment over cash. Here will be payment under cash. Now this receipt under cash, payment over cash, what we'll put here are the difference. Okay? Now the receipt under cash refers to counting below the actual value of the receipt item. Okay? So you get, they'll give you two values. So you get the difference between them. Okay? And also payment over cash is what a payment made that was overcasted. It means the actual value was high, more than what it was supposed to be. So we'll get the difference and we'll do that there. The same thing applies here. So when we are done, so here is greater balance carried down. So the balance carried down is to add up. The balance. So this balance now used. Remember the of the CASHBOOK we have done. And just this one is preparation and adding balance. I'll go and see this balance that is brought down here. I'll draw down. That will be used now to prepare a bank reconciliation statement that will include only unpresented check and uncredited check. So now when I said bank reconciliation statement as at 31st December, etc. Okay, so we said balance as per adjusted cash book. And this balance will be brought here. Now what do we add? We said add unpresented check. Unpresented check do not come here, so it will be added here. So we'll add unpresented check. What do we less? Now less uncredited check. If you less uncredited check, so you now have a final amount, which is our balance as per bank statement. So this is the second method. You prepare adjusted cash book and you prepare the bank reconciliation method using the adjusted cash book. Okay, so we debit all these other ones and we credit the balance we have. We use it to prepare the adjusted cash book. Balance as per adjusted cash book, we add unpresented check with less uncredited, and we have balance as per bank statement. So we have seen the two methods basically. Okay, we are asked to use to prepare the bank reconciliation method. Now, if we see other questions, there are other questions in which you'll be given the cash book and the bank statement for you to compare and contrast to know which one which items belongs to the unpresented check, which item contains the credit transfer and all that. We'll see that as we see an example. Okay, but these are the basically two methods. Preparation of only the bank reconciliation method. That's the first one we saw, whereby we can start with cash book, or we can also start with bank statement. Then if it is overdraft, it is the reverse. Okay, and also the second method, adjustment of the cash, which is this, and preparation of statement. Okay, so in the next video we want to see an example, a thorough example where we use of basically more than the two methods and different questions that involves that. Okay, so if you are just joining us for the first time, kindly like, comment, and please subscribe to this channel. Follow Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, where I just type guest tutor. Okay, thank you.